But $4.99, but I gotta go.
Helps if you hit it properly.
Get out the Speedo and head down to the beach.
It'll last about a week.
You don't want to be stripping. I'm cheap. It's not cheap. I'm dodging bicycles. It's pushing about 10:30. Time just got away from me. In preparation for finding a 350 or 400 small block, I've been doing a whole lot of reorganizing in here. Now you guys have seen me reorganize before, but I have to go to the extreme this time because I need room to think. It didn't make any sense either, but nevertheless, here's what we're going to work on today, and not because I want to. I've been putting this off for quite some time. You see the workbench there? This is just a, actually that's the top off my old kitchen table flipped upside down. I thought this was actually rectangular, but as you can see back here, it's a decent C channel. It's pretty heavy duty. It's not too bad. It's a Craftsman, as you can see right, where are we here? Right there. As you can see, Craftsman. Like I said, what I don't care for, the only cross braces are these rods right here. They're just held down with these screws. There's one going across here, one going across this on an angle to that corner, and then this one going across here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut me some angle iron, and I'm going to run it across here. I'm going to go down further, I'm going to run it across there as well. And I'm going to do the same on the other side over there. As far as the top goes, I would love to put a steel top on this, fasten it down, mount my vise. I mean, my vise is sitting here on the wood part. Yeah. I mean, the vise ain't gonna fall off, but the top might. We're gonna get a quick measurement of the top here. So for a width, I want 24 inches. I'm gonna have to kind of wing this one here. So the length says 4 feet. I would like to go 56 inches. So I need a 24 by 56 piece of steel. Never find that again. 24 inches by 56 inches. 1/4 inch thick. So too much? I don't know. Now the reason I want to go steel is because I am going to eventually put wheels on the bottom of this. Shouldn't be too hard. And what I was going to do was find some tubing, maybe some 1x3, and mount the casters to the bottom of the 1x3 with some plate, and actually just slip it right over top of this right here. Therefore, it's on wheels. I'm not a big fan of all these holes in here, but you know, it is what it is. We make it work. I paid $110, I think it was. 110, 125 bucks for that bench. Now the top for this here is actually this flimsy stuff up here. That's not even 3/8 thick right there. Looks more like cardboard than anything. So I cut that down the middle and use that as a shelf up there for some of my old stuff. So that's where we're at. I got some extra angle iron left over from the trailer job, which is not done yet, but this stuff here I'm not going to be using up there. So we're going to cut a couple pieces of this. Actually, I need 4 of these. Yeah, I need 4. So we'll get those cut, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do from there. Got to make sure that you're doing that right next to a gas can. Whew, you big dummy. We got one cut. Let's see. Give you an idea of what I'm talking about here. I'm obviously going to pull the table out tomorrow and get this all in here properly. That actually fits pretty good. I'm debating whether I'm going to weld this on here or I'm going to just use a self-tapper. Might just use a self-tapper. That way if I want to take it apart I can. Well, I got this one here. I'm going to put another one down the bottom here and 2 more on there. And depending on how much angle iron I got, we might start some stuff in there, because that looks like a bag of wieners. Anyway, let me get 3 more of those cut and we'll get screwing. Never mind. Well, not only is it the next day, it's also the next evening. Spent all day running around trying to get some stuff to get better organized, because when I bring the motor in here, when I finally find one, I don't want to have to climb over it, climb under it, hopscotch, do whatever. So I had to get stuff organized. So I made my way to, whoa, got a deal of the day. $14.95. That's a 29-piece drill bit set. Metal, wood, plastic, doesn't matter. Drills them all. 14 bucks. Not bad at all. I made my way to Princess Auto. Found myself another blowgun. As part of the organization part, I think that was $3.99. It'll probably last about $3.99. That was $9 for these hooks. I think it was $3 for these hooks. And they're for the pegboard there, so I can get some of this stuff off of here and some of this stuff out of here that don't need to be in here. And all those tools back in there. Well, not all of them are going up there, but a lot of them might go up there, and they'll kind of clean up the back of the bench, because this has kind of become a bit of a catch-all. So you've got these tools for the grinder. There's like 5 of them there, stuck in with the wrenches. So that's the whole idea. Plus, we have, as soon as I find them, I got about 5 of these little totes, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all my screws, get everything organized. I was watching a couple of shop organization videos on YouTube the other day, and yeah, you don't get much more unorganized than I am. This guy had everything in those totes. They were labeled. They had their own place, and it looked like it made life a whole lot simpler. Oh, one thing I didn't know. You guys all heard of PB Blaster? What about PB Blaster brake cleaner? $4.99 at Princess Auto. Never heard of that before. Anyway, what I gotta go. Nope, don't gotta go just yet. What I gotta get finished right now is something I didn't even bother to show you that I had. I picked up a hickory handle at Princess Auto for this ball peen that belonged to my father-in-law. Now, you may or may not recall, I don't know if I showed you all, but this was all rusted out. Did a little bit of cleaning up on it. It says Super Duty USA 1.5 pound. I don't know if you can read that. I can barely read that. But it didn't have a handle. So picked up a handle. I think the handle was $9. We're going to fit that on there right now. Get that done and out of the way. And then that's one job done. But let's see what we got to fit so far. Oh, it's going to be a little tight. We're going to have to... So we're going to have to sand a little bit off of here. Alright, let's see how we did. Certainly fits a little better that way. It's not fitting too bad now. Hey, not exactly the straightest. There we go. There we are. We'll get the wedge drove in there. There we go. I'm going to just straighten out that wedge a little bit, and we're going to call this one good to go. Or we're going to call it done. What do you want to call it? Head's not loose, that's for certain. Well, there's our ball peen done. We got the bottom end done up. We got the top part sanded down with our metal wedge in there. It has a nice tight fit all the way around. Spent way too much time on that, but nevertheless, I got a new ball peen. I think I'm going to call it a night there and pick this up first thing in the morning. See you in the morning. Well, it is the next day, and we are still trying to get this shop / bench reinforcement build done here. Off camera, I went and cut the rest of my angle iron to reinforce the top like I showed you before, from there to there. I'm going to put one on the top, one on the bottom, on each end. My measurement for the top is 24 inches, like I said, by 56 inches. That'll give me overhang all the way around. I was at Princess Auto yesterday, looking around there. The price of steel. You would not know that Canada is a steel producing country by the price of steel. So it is going to have to wait. Now that's buying at retail. We do have a place in town here called Tilbury Steel. They're a steel distributor. And I should probably hook up with them and see if I can get some steel from them. Because, I mean, it's got to be cheaper than what Princess Auto wants for it. Nevertheless, we're sticking with a wood top for now. Now, I know you don't have to pre-drill these. They will just cut right on through, but I want to make life a little easier for myself. So I got a 1/8 drill bit. We're just going to pre-drill the hole, put that in nicely, tighten it up. Because if you go too hard, it will strip. So you don't want to be stripping. Nobody wants to see that. We're probably just going to go with the 3/4 inch self-tapper. I do have some 1 inch or 1 1/8, which are quite heavy duty. Don't want to smoke that to Alabama because it will strip. Alright, we got our top braces screwed on both sides here. I'll put the bottom ones on here off camera. No need for you to watch that. However, I want your opinion. Mastercraft drill bits. Like I said, these were on sale. Can't remember what I said yesterday. $14, $17, $19. It was something dollars. So I don't think it was a bad deal. 29-piece set. Now, the first drill bit I always break out of this one here is a 1/8. Came out unscathed today, but tomorrow's a new day. I guarantee I'll break it. What is your experience with these drill bits? Now, I know you can go and get $100 drill bits, set of drill bits, and probably on up from there. I'm not interested in spending $100 on some drill bits. I can just drill a hole. I got to stand there a little longer and hold the drill. That's it. These ones here, I'll go from 1/16 all the way up to, looks like, 1/2 inch. So most of the kits you get go to 3/8. Like I said, we're going to have to wait on the top. And I might contact Tilbury Steel this week and see what they want for a piece of 1/4 inch plate steel. You know, some different. Obviously the steel top will last a lot longer than the wood top because this wood top's just about had it. Also looking for a set of drawers, a cabinet, metal to put down there. I also might build some more shelves over this way here. And considering wheels. Why? Am I going to wheel it down the street? No. Just like put some wheels on it. If you want to move it out, clean back there, do whatever. Yeah, I'm going to clean back there. But nevertheless, I might put some wheels on there. Well, a few hours have passed and I've not made, well, virtually no progress on the pegboard. But I'm going to show you the best part of this storage solution right here. These bins right here, made by Duramax, probably made in China, but they come from the dollar store and I paid $4.75 for them. I'm starting to keep everything individualized in them. Obviously I've had this one here for a while. Just started this one here with a bunch of different washers. This one's got some bolts, different kinds of bolts. All my air fittings, different nuts, And a couple saw blades I really didn't know what to do with there. This is an electrical one. So as I get more pieces, got some heat shrink, we got some butt splices, some eyelets. As we get more, we just fill this up. Now obviously that's not a new concept, but it is for me when it comes to those parts, because for me normally all that stuff just ends up in a one container and then you got to fight through it. But it's not new to me using it for different things. Right up there is a lot of my tackle. And I do that because if I'm going crappie fishing, I can just pull down a crappie box. Or if I'm going bass fishing, I can just pull down a bass tote. It's got everything I need in it, ready to go, without hauling my dad's old tackle box there, which, you know, roughly the size of the back of my truck. So I can just limit what I'm carrying. And if I have to walk any distance, I can just throw this in a backpack along with some snacks and I can go fishing and not have to worry about breaking my back. Having said all that, when we do go on vacation and we drive, I mean, you guys know I showed you before in videos, I load the back of my truck up because I do not want to get stranded somewhere without having an opportunity to get unstranded. So what I would do, instead of taking all of this stuff with me, I would get 2 or 3 of these empty ones here, and I'd throw some fuses in there, I'd throw some nuts in there, and I'd throw some bolts. Once this is full, I'd probably take my whole electrical connection with me. But it's a simple way to carry parts and tools. And of course up here I've got some small ones. I got some hose clamps, small springs. That's a O-ring. Yeah, that's an O-ring assortment. And I would put all that in a box. I would just take it with me, and if I need it, I need it. As you know, I already carry tools in my truck, so I don't have to worry about that. But this, to me, is the best thing since sliced bread. And all I gotta do is buy a labeler, and then I can print out a label for the front here. I can see what I need. Keep everything organized, and that's gonna be the plan for this year, is to try and keep it organized. Because, I mean, when it turns into a mess, you guys can't see right now, but I'm dodging bicycles. Y'all think I'm kidding? There they are. Dodging bicycles. So the sooner I can get this thing cleaned and organized, the better off we are going to be. And it's coming along, and I just got to keep it that way. And that is how neatly these all sit on your shelf and out of the way. And once it's labeled, you can just grab what you need and go. Trying to work smarter, not harder. And for me, sometimes that can be difficult. So that's going to be it for today's video. Well, this multi-day video. Staying clean, staying organized, just staying. Anyway, that's all I got. I might as well just quit while I'm ahead. I'll see y'all in the next one. But yeah, hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you along. We're going to be closing in on 6,500 subscribers. Thanks to you all. Later.